Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can make your photo into a vector illustration. So for example, that would be an illustration that you can resize to any size without pixelation. So previously I would draw every single vector illustration from scratch, but if you don't have time, there's a quicker way to do that. So step one is to select your image, so click and drag over that image, go to where it says window and go down to where it says image trace. So as you can see, that's already selected and we have that here, so just pull that to there. So for this tracing, I would like it to be quite graphic, so I'm going to limit the colour palette to just 16 colours. So if you select 16 colours, and it will display a box that says tracing may proceed slowly with this large image, would you like to continue? So that should be fine. If it was an issue, if your computer was running slow, you could reduce the size of the image to increase the tracing speed, but we'll select OK. Perfect, so we've traced that image. So if we wanted to edit this image, we would need to select it. Then we go up to Object, and this time we go down to Image Trace under the Object tab, and we need to select Expand. So this just makes it into a fully editable vector. So for example, if I wanted to change any of the colours in this image now, we could easily do that. So if I wanted to change the colour here, I would select that part, go up to Select and go to Same, Fill Colour, for example, and then we could double click on the swatch icon just there and go to this section here, Colour Picker, and we can just change that. As you can see, it's changing ever so slightly on this area here. So I'll just do that to show you and select OK. So it's changed that. So you could continue until you had an illustration with a colour palette that you want in. So for this one, we'll go back because it was better before, more of a harmonious blend. So that's it really, that's how you would convert a photo into a vector illustration and then make that layer editable by expanding it so that you can then select each individual colour and change that. And this is a really nice technique to use if you're wanting to create more of an illustrative image. So in this example, I'm going to show you how you can limit the colour palette a bit more, and if you're wanting a bit more of, let's say, a minimalist graphic design style or illustrative style that uses a few colours. So you can copy and paste that same image again, or you can bring that image again into Illustrator, the original image, and you'd still have image trace open, and you'd go back and you'd select this image, the photograph, and then in the preset section you'd select that drop down menu again, and this time you'd select 3 colours and press OK, and it will generate a vector version of the image. Okay, so you can see it's simplified the colour palette to just those 3 colours. Okay, so let's say that you want to change the colour palette of this simplified vector illustration. Now that's easy to do, so you wouldn't need to select all of the different tints individually. There's a quicker way of doing that. So what we'd do first of all is we'd select one section. So I start with either light to dark or dark to light. It's entirely up to you, it doesn't really matter, it can actually be in any order, but we'll start with the lighter tint. Okay, so we're going to expand the image so that we can edit each of those sections to select the colours and to change those colours and tints. Okay, so we'll select that image, We'll go up to Object, go down to Image Trace and select Expand. Perfect. So the next thing we'll do is we'll select the lighter tint. We'll select that. We'll go to Select and then we'll go down to Same and select Fill Colour. So that's Select, Same, Fill Colour. Okay, and then we'll go up to Window and we will select Colour Guide. So that's Colour Guide. And you'll see that there's a selection of shades and tints available. So you can change these colours, but for this example we'll use ones which are already here. So I'm going to select a lighter tint. Okay, so you can see it's changed it on the illustration. And I'm going to choose a slightly darker tint, I think. Yeah, so we'll go with that one. Click away. Now we're going to select the next shade. So select the next shade, then go to Select, Same, and then Fill Colour again. And we'll go to the next tint along in that list. So it needs to be slightly darker. So we'll go for this one. Yeah, so that's looking good. And I'm going to select the third and final colour in this 3-colour palette. So select that and go to Same and go to Fill Colour. Okay. Now we've selected the third and final colour, so I'm going to click away. Well done. So in this tutorial you've learned how to convert a photograph into a vector image in Illustrator that you can resize to any size. You've also learned how you can edit that vector illustration to change the colours. Great, so have a go at creating a harmonious colour scheme. So just using one colour but varying that with either 3 shades or 3 tints, just to give it a consistent look. It's really up to you. Enjoy and thanks for watching.